Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Workana. In this video record, I'm going to talk about SPSS in practice, of course. Specifically, I would like to tell you or share you how we can do three things in SPSS. One is recording a data or a variable in SPSS. The other one is selecting, and the third one is sorting. So that we are going to discuss in this video record about how we can record a data in SPSS and how we can sort it. Maybe if you want to order it, your data from ascending order or in descending order, how you can do it. And then we will also talk about how we can select some specific groups and then do analysis on them. These are the tasks that we can do in SPSS. Do you have any idea how we can do those things in SPSS, by the way? I hope you have it, right? If you have some kind of exposure for SPSS, doing those things is not some big deal. So let's start my explanation by sharing my slide. So recording a variables, recording. Sometimes maybe your variables has a category and then it has their own codes. So if you want to record it, if you want to change string variable to numeric variable or numeric variable to string variable, even if you want to change the code, you cannot do that thing in SPSS, and we call it recording a variable. You can record a variable into the same. For example, you can record gender, record m into 0, f into 1. That means recording a variable into the same variable means that you are doing recording on the same variable. There is no new variable that you need to create. You are going to do all the thing that you are doing, that is recording, on the same variable. Therefore, the change will be saved on the same variables. There is no, sometimes if you do some editing things on MS Word document, then if you want to keep the original as it is, you can save as, right? So if you do recording onto the same variables, you are doing the change on the same variables and there is no new variable in this case. So you are going to miss or to lose the previous variables. Maybe the code will be changed because you are doing the recording on the same variables. In these cases, you will not have the original string value of m and f in the data set because you do the recording onto the same variables. You can also record into different variables. You have also another option which we call it recording on into different variables. Here it is a kind of saving that files in different name and doing editing things on the second variables. That is what we call it, recording onto a different variable. So that you do, first of all, you give a new variable's names and then you do a recording onto that new variables. This keeps the original value of m and f and also give you gender as 0 and 1. Initially, gender variable actually coded into m and f. I want to do a recording. I want to change this m and f, which is a string variable, into a numeric variables. For that, I need to record it. I can have two options. One is recording onto the same variables, and the other is recording into different variables. Now, let's practice it. This PowerPoint is very simple because everything is clear. You need to go to transform, click transform, then record into the same variable. If you want to record into the same variable, the other option is record into different variable. We will see in the next slide how we can do a recording into different variable. Transform, record into the same variables. So you need to select your interest variable, that is gender, and then you need to click on old and new values, this button, and that is step number 2. Step number 3, old value, it is m. I want to replace by new value, which is 0. The next, and the same, you need to click on add. Then you go to for f by maybe the code is 1, and then add. Then lastly, click OK. Then you get the result. Let's practice this thing in SPSS. I have these variables. It is employees data variable, transform, recording into the same variables. And that is my interest variable is gender. I want to record my gender. First of all, let's show you the code for gender. Gender is this one. The code for gender is F for female, M for male. This is a string. If you go here, the type of the variable, it is string. So I want to change it into numeric. So there are some process that I need to pass through, transform, record into different, the same variables. My interest variable is gender. Then click gender. Then old value m. I want to replace this m. I can give the code as I want. There is no rule that enforce me to use 0 and 1. If I want, I can give 1 and 2. If I want, I can go for 3 and 4. Let's go for 3 and 4. Experiencing new thing is good. For m, replace it by 3. Then click add. Then now m is replaced by 3. Then f will be replaced by 4. Then I need to click add. Now this is operation box. If I click continue, m will be replaced by 3, f will be replaced by 4. If you see gender variable, let's show you what gender variable look like. By the way, gender is here. You can, like, if you want to see the code, the abbreviation, you can click this button. Like you see, it's changing. If you click, the code is in number here. If you click it, clerical, managerial. If you click like this, 1, this is the code, and this is the category's name. So here is the category's name, and this is M and F is the code. It was on M and F. Now I want to replace this M and F by 3 and 4. Let's do it. But because I need to click OK lastly. So everything now gender. I want to record into the same variable, old in the new value. Replace M by what? I need to replace m by 3. Then I need to click add f by 4 or 5. It doesn't matter, that depends on my interest. 5. Then continue. If I click OK, this thing automatically will change. You see, it's changed. It is changed. You see, 3 and 5. No more m and f. Unless of course I need to save it. So no more m and f. So this is what we call it, recording into the same variables. The operation or the recording process and the recording then of course into the same variable, not onto a new variables. Now let's see first of all recording into different variables. Let's go for the next slide. This one is recording into different variables. Transform, record into different variables. Select your interest variable. Now you need to give a name for a new variable first, because record into different variable. So you are going to record onto different variables. Therefore, you need to give name and a label. Code 6, when you write a name of the variable, there must be no space. No space here. And the label, sex of employees. On the label parts, you can write the full name. Then click on changes. And this question mark will be replaced by the name of the variable then. Then click on old and the new values. M will be by 0. Click add. F will be by whatever number you want. Click add. Then click OK. It will be done. Now let's practice it together. Now my gender variable is already replaced by 3 and 4. Now I want to replace or to bring back these 3 and 4 to the old, like M and F. I can do. This is numeric. I can make it string. So let's go for that. So what I do, transform, record into different variables. The gender variables, it is gender. You see, if you want to take your variable, this is operation box, to this operation box, first of all you need to select on it, then use this arrow like this. Sometimes double clicking. If you double click it, it will be in. I think once I insert this one, I cannot add another variable. That is interesting. But if I want to take this to the another box, to the initial boxes or variable name boxes, I can double click on it. It will go back. If I click on it, double click, then it will also go to the operation boxes. But this arrow also do the same tasks. Now here output variables should have a new, because I am talking about recording into different variables. I need to write a variable name here. This is gender string, no space, gender. Now I can use space, gender as a string variable. change old and new. Old here is 3 and 5. 3 will be for, I think, let's say female. I'm not sure. I need to make it here numbers for that matter. 3 should be 0. At I need to, of course, system missing. Yeah, it needs to be in numeric here. The thing that I need to write the code should be numeric, and then 5 should be 1. This is recording into another variables. Then continue. Then I can say okay. Now I will get a new variable named as gender as a string. Look, the variables gender as string is here, and actually it was numeric. That's why I cannot write that numbers. And if you come here, now gender as a numeric will be shown here. Gender as a string is here. You see, 0 and 1. It is 0 and 1. Gender as a string. You can record in these ways. That is what we call it, recording into a different variable, so that you get a new variable. It's about creating a new variable. Sorting cases. Sorting cases allow you to organize a row of data in ascending or descending order on the base of one or more variables. Sometimes you may prefer to order your data to order in ascending order or in descending order. Ascending order from the small to the bigger number, descending order from the bigger number to the smallest number. For example, data could be sorted by a job category so that all of the cases coded as job category 1 appear first in the data sets, followed by all of the cases that are labeled 2 and 3 respectively. Job category has 3 labels, isn't it? 1 clerical, 2 custodial, 3 managerial. So that you can request SPSS to sort your data according to job categories, so that those that are in the first category come first, second category comes second, last category will come last. Within job category, sometimes cases could also be listed in the order of their salary. In that, you can select 2 variables as a sorting. You can ask SPSS to sort your data, a lot of data, maybe 1000, 20,000, whatever it is. SPSS can do that within a microsecond. So to do that, data, sort the cases. Go to data, sort the cases, select the criteria variable that you are going to use as a sorting variables. Sort by employment category, current salary, ascending or descending. Ascending, then click OK. That is sorting. Let's see how we do sorting. Employment, data, sorting the cases. My criteria variable is employment category. My first variable is employment category here, and then current salary, right? Month since salary, current salaries. Ascending, descending. You can ask whatever you want. Let's do it descending. What's only ascending? Go for that. You see, now you come to your data. It is visible if you look at to your job categories. Job category, where is the job? This is job category. Job category, what is my, let's check it again. Data, sort the cases. Employment categories. Job, not job cat, it is employment category. The same, right? Job category, employment category. So it is not ascending, this is descending. Descending. What about salaries? Beginning salary, current salary, 80. So that this one is, I prefer to make this one this thing 3. I want to get, this is 80. Okay. Actually, the descending is for salaries. It apply for salary. What's wrong with that? Let's do it again. All right. Like this. Okay. You see? It's 3 and it's like this. You see? It's interesting, isn't it? Now, the bigger number, job category is the bigger numbers. Like this. So it's done now. It's descending or is descending from the bigger to the smaller. The last one is 1. Is here 1. It is ordered like that. Now, let's see another way, what we call it, selecting a cases. Sometimes you can select some categories and deselect the others. You can analyze a specific subset of your data by selecting only certain cases in which you are interested. For example, you may want to do a particular analysis on employees only if the employees have been within the company for greater than 6 years. You want to do a research on employees that serve in that institution for more than 6 years. You see, you are going to select those people that actually serve in that institution for more than 6 years. Or you may want to apply the analysis on female only. Hence, you need to select females only and exclude males from your analysis. So you go for data, select the cases, data, select the cases. Then you have to write if condition is satisfied, and you have to write the condition here, right? The conditions, and there is option as well, filtered out unselected cases. This means make unselected cases, deactivate them. It's about deactivating unselected cases. Filter out, exclude them out. Another option you have is that copy selected cases to a new data set. You can copy selected cases into the new data set. That means you are going to get another SPSS data file automatically. When you click OK, then automatically a new SPSS data file will come out. If you select this one, if you prefer this one. Delete unselected cases. If you want to delete the case where you don't want them, those you don't want them, you can select this one. But take care. Here, if you select this one, you are going to miss your data unless like you save us in some other file name. So the best one is selecting the first option. Filter out unselected cases. That means make them deactive. So you do analysis, those people are deactivated already. They are there in person, as a raw data. They are there, they are not deleted, they are not something, but they are deactive, they are not active. SPSS notice them, they are not in the data, in the analysis. That's what we call it, filter out unselected cases. So you see, there are some cases or observations that has this strike, and that means they are deactivated. They are not in the analysis. They are there in person physically. Of course, we see some numbers around, but when you do analysis, SPSS notice that these observations are excluded. So to bring the data back, let's practice it first before we bring it back. So what I do, data, select the cases. Down here, select the cases, and if the condition is satisfied, right, click on the if condition. The condition is if month's salary is less than month's salary is less than 72. I prefer to work with an employees that serves in that institutions for more than, if I prefer them for more than 72 years, I need to make it greater than 72. Greater than 72. So I prefer to work with the workers which service or who service in that institution for more than 72 years. Click continue. And now, okay, those people who are actually served in that institution for less than 72 years will be excluded. Let's go and check them. Now, if it has a strike, it is like excluded from the data status. You see, these people, they are excluded from the data status. 65, because it is less than 72. I prefer to work with people, look this one, job time 77, greater than 72. This is not, you see, if it has a strike on them, like type of things, strike, that cases, that variables, that individual is excluded from the analysis. SPSS understand that you are not there. Now, if I want to bring data back, what I do? I need to follow the same procedure. Data, select the cases, then select all cases. If I click on this one and then click on OK, these people's now they are active, they are in the part of analysis. That is the way we can bring them back to the analysis. Thank you very much. I hope in this video record you understand how you operate those three things. One is recording, the other is sorting, the third one is selecting. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this video helped you a lot in understanding those concepts. See you in the next videos. Have a nice time.